6 strangers are invited to a mansion where the host is murdered and everyone has a weapon and a motive.
Welcome back to the balcony of the bar.
Hello.
Straight away with our guest announcing themselves.
Straight in.
So we're away from the bar today, just out on the balcony.
We're in the Pizza Express marble cutlery zone.
Oh, okay. We franchised
That is correct. Yes.
It's a great second sponsor of the show. Yes, here to still going through Kev's 100 favourite films of all time, up to number 74. We're now firmly in the second quartile.
I've got to say, your films have definitely gotten better. But then again, a terrible film would be better than All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Wow.
Still
Some
angry about
really good ones. I remember there was some absolute bangers as well. Piece by Piece, that was a good one. You enjoyed that?
That was a good one, but I wasn't on that one, so haha. I wanted to.
That's
I
true. I
watched
did.
it. And then
Yes,
I
I did encourage your dad to watch it with you.
And then I watched it.
Well, and now you're back for another classic.
Yes, this is a classic.
It is. It's an absolute classic.
It's a good question. Yes.
Yeah.
So
The game's a classic. I don't know if the movie's a classic.
Cult, I guess, is cult classic is what I'd call it.
I'm going to pretend I know what that means.
Well, that's a good question.
Okay.
We'll
get into it. We'll delve into it.
It's the dictionary.
Get ready.
Pass.
Yeah, so 1985's Clue.
Yes.
Was it made in 1985 or set in 1985?
It was made in 1985. I don't know when it was set. That's a good
It was
question.
set in 1532.
I think it says, doesn't it, at the start? Isn't it 1950s? I think
It's a bit earlier, isn't it? I think,
or 1920s. It's one of them.
Yeah, not 20s,
Yeah.
but a bit more modern than 20s. But yes, so cult classic Clue, but a bit different from the other films that Poppy has been on, but a firm favourite of Poppy's. When she heard that this was this week's film on the pod, then she was very keen to come on. So weird and wacky. Kev, why is it on the list? What do you remember from it?
Yeah, I mean, God, it fits into that sort of haunted honeymoon sort of thing, isn't it? I know we said at the time. It feels very similar to Haunted Honeymoon in many ways. I remember it just being like a silly film, like fun. I remember you'd watched it when it would be on TV, and it was just, some really good cast, Tim Curry really pulling the film through. And just like, how much fun, you've taken a board game and just try to make it into a funny little film. So I think they just about get away with it. But yeah, it was just great. I remember Tim Curry being amazing, and obviously the ending. That's one of the things that everyone always remembers is the multiple endings. Was it this or was it that? And was this the reality? So I think that was one of the funny little great quirks of the film as well.
Nice, yeah. And Poppy, we watched it maybe a year ago.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
And I think it was because it was the Play That Goes Wrong, like tie-in. It's a bit similar to that, isn't it? As far as well, just like the murder mystery angle and things. Can you remember why did we watch it?
I don't remember. I think we watched it like a few days before we went, and we got Cluedo from Uncle Todd and Uncle Curtis.
So we watched the film so that we could understand the board game.
Yeah.
You see, these things go full circle, don't they? You make
there you go. So did you play the board game after watching the film? That's the question.
Exactly. Yeah. It explains it all. Not really, but
but yeah, it explains as much as the film explains itself.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I think I was quite late watching this. I don't remember it really being on TV all that much, and I feel like it was the Tim Curry connection with Rocky Horror Picture Show, which I watched a lot as a kid. We used to go me and my cousin used to go to the live show up in Leicester Square.
Oh, nice.
Every few weeks. So we went there, we must have gone there like 20, 30 times, to sort of, do
wow.
the, karaoke almost. And you take water pistols and you squirt them when it rains and stuff like that. And so I think.
Did you dress up?
No, we never dressed up, but we did have a lot of the props. The bit where it says, when we did it, did you hear a bell ring? And my cousin had a ship's bell, which was like a proper ship's bell.
Wow.
And he was sort of known because it was so loud, and he would always ring it in there, and almost like the cast who perform it in front of the film, like you would get to know them. So then when the bell was in, they would like point at him so that he would then ring the bell.
Ring it.
Because it was so loud. So I think because of that, I was a bit like, what else has this Tim Curry done? It is a strange old career that he's had, I think, overall.
It is bizarre, isn't it? Yeah. It weirdly as well. I knew this was coming up this week. I started watching this random old TV series called Psych, and it is randomly he turned up in an episode of that, and I was like, oh, there you go. It's almost like the universe coming full circle. Just about to watch Clue, and then Tim Curry turns up.
I mean, I think he's just someone, he could walk into any TV show and he's instantly going to make like that episode a classic. And it could be Columbo, it could be a hospital one, it could be like literally any TV show.
Home Alone 2.
I think, yeah, exactly. He can turn up, and he's done so much, even voice work and stuff like that as well, right? So,
I saw that,
But I don't know. Do we think that he's
not lots of big films? I feel like we've not had enough of him. And you think about the films, I think of 3 key films. I think of this. I mean, I guess this is a bit more of a cult film, but still, I think he's a very good performance. Rocky Horror, incredible performance, and then It as well. Like 3 incredible films, incredibly different performances, and then you kind of feel like, did we not get enough of him, or was he just not quite good enough? What was it? Or did he not get the opportunities?
Yeah,
I don't know,
he's very specific. Funnily enough, he does Muppet Treasure Island as well, doesn't he? As almost like the Michael Caine equivalent from Christmas Carol. And he's very good in that as well. But he's is he just a bit too specific? Is he just a bit sort of too? Is he
just a bit like oddball? Do you think maybe? Like he's just
larger.
You just don't know quite where you'd fit him in.
Yeah. Well, and the
bit
fact
like
is,
Christopher Lloyd.
Rocky Horror's 10 years before this, so it feels like he looks young in this, and obviously you can't really tell what he looked like in Rocky Horror under the makeup. But he must have been super young for Rocky Horror
when he did Rocky Horror. Yeah, probably. Yeah, he definitely. You're right. It doesn't look like he's old in this at all, does he? Like, well, especially as obviously, you know what he looks like now. Yeah. But I think he is incredible in this. He's so well cast. I know, I watched the documentary that we spoke about, and they talked about other people that could have been him. But I just think he just pulls it off brilliantly. Like I can't imagine anyone else doing it now. Like he just doesn't feel like it would work with anyone else. Just his mannerisms, the whole point of like further into the film when they have to be running back and forward continuously. Yeah. Like the way he carries his body on that, that just really helps. Like that sort of almost a bit of physical comedy that he's adding in, which is almost just linking the scene. So I can't picture anyone else doing it now, I must admit.
Yeah. No, absolutely, and it's such a sort of funny 80s cast, isn't it? Because almost you recognize everyone in it, but you're not really sure where you recognize them from, and so it's quite the IMDb search where you're like, I know that person's been in something else, and then you're like, oh, is it actually? Oh, maybe it's just Roseanne that I know him from. That's a bit of a weird one. So it is a great cast. They all work very well, but. We have to go.
It's an eclectic mix, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, before we get into the nitty gritty, then what drink have you decided on, Poppy? It feels like actually, as we are past very late sleepover that you've had. You need the equivalent of a Bloody Mary or something, but for kids.
Yeah, like a Red Bull.
Non-alcoholic champagne.
Oh.
And licorice pipe.
Oh.
Non-alcoholic champagne.
Something that's not sweet, but it is still good, like bread. And licorice kind of tastes like bread.
Does it?
It's like
You're going to have bread and licorice. I think you need to go back to bed.
It's not really worth it.
So you all sugared out from your sleepover?
I had
Wow.
4 marshmallows without chocolate, 5 marshmallows with chocolate, 8 marshmallows with chocolate, strawberries with chocolate. I had some pancakes this morning, and I had lemon sugar and whipped cream.
Wow.
I had
Poppy.
Biscoff, Nutella, and whipped cream. I had strawberries, Nutella, and whipped cream.
Bloody hell.
Did
You're going to
I
have to get your stomach pumped with sugar.
Surprised
I'm sugared out.
we
and
didn't-
I had birthday cake.
Surprised we don't have our own clue. We have to work out who murdered you. It was the sugar. It was the sugar that did it.
Yeah.
Well,
It was the
today
sugar
I'm gonna sit
at the
down and
party.
watch film and just chill.
Yes.
Mm.
Wow. Well, that sounds like it was a great party. Plenty
Well,
of
that
sugar on the
sounds-
go. Good one.
Yeah. How about you, Kev? What are you going for?
I went for what was apparently known as a Mr. Green, which was it's called also the banana build, which is a green banana liqueur topped with cold milk over ice, which I thought sounded quite nice as well for me. I like banana, so
Green banana liqueur.
I know. That doesn't sound the best, but it kind of feels like this film. You're like not sure if it's going to work, but then you try it and go, oh, probably doesn't look nice, but tastes all right. Yeah.
Is this good? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, I think so.
What about
Anything
you?
banana tasting just reminds me of the old penicillin medicine that you had as a kid.
So it's good. Yeah. So for you, it's got bad connotations. Yeah.
Well, that was the nicest medicine that we used to have.
It was the good one.
I used to love having banana medicine, but now I think it's I think it was quite hardcore penicillin or something. So.
Probably, yeah. Obliterated your entire microbiome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Didn't worry about.
What about you then? What is and what's
Well, on the same sort of thing about medicine and stuff, I've gone for basically what would be considered a healthy drink in 1985. So I'm going for brandy and a cigarette.
Wow. That would be healthy in 1985.
That's basically everyone's just drinking brandy in this, nice. Brandy the same as whiskey. When you see people drinking it in the old 80s, no one reacts to drinking it. Yeah. Whereas if you drink it now, I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
Back
Everyone's
then,
just
have it with my cornflakes. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, nice. And what has our sponsor got to say today about our drinks?
Wow, thanks thanks for remind me again about our sponsor. So
can I?
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
Right. This drinks bit is sponsored by Out, which I genuinely think you'll like. Picture it. You've been to a wedding, a stag, a festival, whatever. There were 11 phones out. You've come home with 4 blurry photos of a lamp. I don't know how you got a lamp from a festival, but you do.
Don't ask.
Meanwhile, your mate Sarah has an absolute portrait of you that you'll never lay eyes on because Sarah's WhatsApp is a graveyard. What does that mean?
That Sarah never shares anything on her WhatsApp.
Oh. Out is one shared private album per event. Or you can make 2, but why would you make 2? Everyone uploads, everyone sees, no one has to chase Sarah. And if
Good
you
old
didn't know
Sarah.
anyone called Sarah, you don't have to chase anyone.
Yeah.
When the event ends, it becomes a memory you can revisit. Free for 30 days or a small one-off payment to keep it forever. So for that, you can buy it for yourself or buy it for everybody. No ads, no subscription, no algorithm telling you what your own weekend looked like. Out. App Store, Play Store. Go and get it before your next big one. Ta-da!
Nice. Good,
Very nicely
good
done.
ad reading.
Thank you.
Yes. Could have a future in that.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
This could be you.
I tried to make it funny because it was slightly boring. No offense to whoever
You can't say that about our sponsor.
Copywriting. At least there's no spelling mistakes. Yeah.
Well, we're
True.
still looking for spelling mistakes.
So, what are your one-word reactions then?
Old.
Old. Interesting. All right. Do you want to expand?
Elaborate? I mean, it is just a one word, I guess.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
originally it was whodunit.
Which is the same as my one word reaction.
So I was very, very kind, and I changed mine. So mine is old.
Okay.
Why? Because it
Yours is
seems
old.
like it was filmed a long time ago, or why do you think old?
The costumes are
colouring.
old. The people are
Yeah.
old. No offense to the actors.
How old do you think the actors are in it?
Like 30.
Oh God, that old.
Oh wow.
But
Blimey, way too old.
I think Colonel Mustard is like 50. Like
Yeah.
anything from 30 to 50. I think.
I think they're probably all closer to 50.
Did you know they're making Karate Kid the musical? Oh, I got distracted.
This is
Well,
what
be careful.
That's on stage.
The sugar crash is real. It's real people.
I'm not. And the house is old, and I don't even know what a singing telegram is.
Yeah,
and the
true,
singing
that is
telegram
old.
maybe dates it a little bit, I would say.
Yeah. I wonder if you
I
do
would
those
not like
anymore. I mean,
that
not
to be
a
my
singing
job.
telegram, but like they used to do them at work, didn't they? Like they used to
The
be in TV
Christmas-
shows.
Christmasgram
Yeah.
from Elf.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
singing. I'm
Yeah.
here with my dad and I'm singing.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
But okay. So
No,
old and who done it?
Yeah, who done it? Yeah, it's still. I find it really like really picks up the pace, doesn't it? It starts off pretty boring,
It's very
and, like,
two paced.
Yeah, and very.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to get going, but almost it takes a long time to get going, but it doesn't really accelerate. It takes a long time, but it's consistent. Like the pace is almost consistent. It's just building and building and building and building. So it's not like there's sort of a bit that's really slow and then it really speeds up. It's just like it starts very slow and then just keeps going at the same acceleration, which actually is pretty impressive. So I think the thing that gets me the most at the start is just like the dog poop joke on his shoes, and then everyone like smelling the dog poop. And again, you're just a bit like, why? Like,
why do you need this to be in this? Like, this is not a big part of your story. Why is this in the film?
Yeah.
I thought it was good though. It's like a nice little added little gag that they've just added on to the scene. It was like, oh, what's that? Like it was quite interesting. They added that.
But that's the thing.
I think you're right.
It's such a small gag, and they're playing the rest of it so sort of straight that and building up as though it is a horror or something like that. That you're like, this just seems really out of place. But then obviously by the end of the film, you're like, oh yeah, no, that's completely in place because that's the type of gags. I mean, they at one stage I think they're trying to rival Airplane for just the amount of sheer gags that they're getting in per minute.
Yeah, they do have a lot, don't
back
they?
and forth. But like that's the thing. It just builds and builds and builds. I was trying to think, is that like the game? The game's pretty boring, I guess, to start off with, right? Because you don't really know. You've got a lot of rooms to get to. It's always the room that the delays. A Cluedo. So
Yeah, I think it is slow, isn't it? Like it doesn't, and it's not so much like, yeah, like you say about other films where at least if it's building to something, it can move around a bit. Like because you're stuck in the house and not really much happens. Like they introduce the characters, which is like great, that happens early, and then you're kind of like, what's happening now? I don't really know. They have some food, and you're like, why are we eating food? Like there's,
Yeah.
and then the guy turns up, and you're like, who's this guy? And and then eventually, then you start getting into it, and that's probably about 25, 30 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
And then the first murder doesn't happen, I think, to about 40 minutes. So actually, consider it's an hour and a half. You're like, and there's 6 murders, like you said. Once the accelerator is put down, it doesn't get taken off, does it? It's just a steady, continual increase once it gets going. But I think it could start. I mean, that's the thing that I've said that what I would change is I think it could start earlier, and then I think it did feel weird. The first half did feel slow to me. I was like, yeah, it is. Nothing's really happening, and like you said, they play it so straight that the gag's almost like they're too quick. Like they don't let them land; they just move on, and you're like, "Oh, was that a gag I just missed?" Like you almost don't get a time to sort of enjoy it. It's just gone. So yeah, it was. I did feel like the start did feel a bit slow this time. I must admit,
it would be funny to sort of watch the first 15 minutes and then the last 15 minutes, and I think if you did that, you'd just be like,
back to back.
How do you get from there to here? Like this is like just ridiculous. Whereas with Airplane as an example, like they obviously right from the start they're kind of cracking jokes, right? When the pilot's walking through the airport and beating up the Hare Krishnas and stuff, like you kind of know, it sets its stall out very very early.
Is that what you said?
No.
Sorry, what did you say?
The Hare Krishnas.
The Harry what bells?
We'll explain it after when you're.
That takes a little bit longer, Poppy. That's going to be a bit more time.
Your second licorice. So it's just it is. It's funny, which I think I kind of
you're right
in the scores almost. I think is something I would say. Mr. Body, like
I don't get his point.
So he
does he have a purpose.
He is so clearly not an actor.
Mr. Body, the character, or because obviously, I mean, which Mr. Body are we talking about?
The character, but the actor as well. Like the actor, I think is not good, and I think he's not a professional actor. I think he is like he's part of a band, and his name is Lee Ving.
Yeah.
And I did read one thing that just said that the only reason that they brought him in was because it was like, well, Mr. Body is leaving. And it was like a gag that.
Oh, really?
That he's leaving.
Well, I can tell you, having watched the documentary, which
I mean, you would know
wasn't the best, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend watching the documentary. No disrespect to the guy who built it, but it's his passion project, fair enough. But yeah, as an entertainment vehicle, it wasn't amazing. The guy who wrote the script did most of the documentary, and he was from England, and he was talking about that guy. Basically, what he said at the time was Paramount wanted. If you ever see him, he was a lead singer of the band called, I think, The Fear, and it is like a punk band, and they were properly like proper punk, proper like mosh pits, like real like hardcore, but he was well known, so they wanted someone on the like billboard that could draw people in, so that is the only reason he's in. So the writer said when he was writing the script, he wrote the smallest character possible and gave it to him. And I think they said I couldn't listen to all of the documentary. It was a bit boring, but I think he's dubbed as well. I don't think it's his voice either.
Oh, really?
So he's not an actor, as you said. So very random, right? Like just randomly decided to get a musician in because musicians were big then and they thought they would get more money. So
Wow. I mean, I guess that, that's part of
sad.
It is sad. It's also a bit of an entitlement. I guess because all of the other characters are like character actors. So there's no no stars. And like, Tim Curry, I don't think is, able to carry it. Christopher Lloyd, obviously this is Back to the
Yeah.
Future. I think Back to the Future's 86.
Same year as Back to the
Okay.
Future.
Wow,
Yeah.
I mean, bumper year for him.
Yeah, I mean that changed him, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But
Mm.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, you probably you wouldn't really know where you knew the actors from.
No.
But like even like because of that, you kind of you do recognize them. But
Yeah. And then it was saying the funny thing is because obviously I think we've probably only ever seen the true version on VHS, right, or then DVD, and then obviously now streaming, where they have all the endings, and they went, this is how it could have happened, or did it happen like this? And where I'm sure where they were saying when they actually released it in the theaters, they had those 3 different endings, and you got a different ending depending on what theater you were at or which state you're at. So you didn't get to see all 3; you just saw one, and that was it. And I imagine it would be a very different film just seeing one, and it would be way shorter as well. I mean, you're looking probably more 75 minutes then maybe as well. So I think one of the things that makes it so great is that complicated bit at the end, which makes it fun, and you're like, oh, which ending would I prefer? So I think like it seems crazy to think. Imagine if you just it just sort of finishes and you're like, oh, okay, that person did it. That was a bit slow, and then it picked up, and it's now finished. Okay, I guess I'll leave.
But in 1985, your £3 cinema ticket probably you weren't that worried about.
You're happy with that.
So.
Yeah, but funny, right? It's a clever gimmick to think. Obviously, trying, and again, it goes back to the studio, I guess, trying to get more people in, right? So you're like, oh, you should go and see it now at a different theatre because it has a different ending and you can see that one. So go and buy another ticket. So, I mean, it sounds like it didn't do well at the box office, and maybe because of that complication of them trying to be a bit too clever didn't work. But then obviously had the big following on VHS and DVD afterwards. So
I'm surprised Marvel haven't tried the same trick. But
yeah.
Yes, Poppy, you wanted to say something?
Sure, they will.
So there's a theatre play. I don't remember what it's called or what it is. I don't even know if it's still running. But so basically, it's a murder mystery, and so they're like, I think there's like 4 characters, and they each have their kind of song. And then in the interval, because they haven't got like a set murderer. So in the interval, the audience votes on who they think it is. Then somebody has to count all those votes and then run up to the orchestra and say, okay, listen, we've got to do this score because this person is going to be the murderer. Then they have to run down to the actors, okay, you're the murderer.
Oh, cool.
Which I think is quite cool.
Yeah, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Do you think you would want to be the murderer?
That does sound good. Can you remember what it was?
I'd like to do this. You're the murderer!
So a bit like Home Alone, like a Home Alone whodunit.
Okay.
Yeah, good performance. Which out of the endings, which is your favourite ending?
The second ending.
The second one, so where Mrs. Peacock.
Miss Peacock
has done it all.
Yeah, because I like
What about you, Andy?
The guy with the little sheets comes out and they're like, go, 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 and we'll do the lights. And but the weird thing is, in one of them, I'm pretty sure it's the first one, like there's I think it's Mrs. Scarlet. She's pointing a gun at all of them, and for some strange reason the police all run past them. And if I was a police officer, I'd be like, guys, why are we running past the lady pointing a gun at some random people? Like, the murderer's there.
Yeah, they do all run past in the first one and into the rest of the house. Don't really
there
know
is a lot of running going on with the police officers, isn't there?
But in the first
what about
one,
you, Andy?
You do get the good gag of him counting the bullets, where he's like, well, 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1.
1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2.
And then there is one left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Kev? Are you a purist? You like the last one where it's curry and it's a bit more Murder on the Orient Express?
Yeah. I think watching it back this time, I was like, I think the Miss Scarlet one works best for me. I think that was more, it was clever. They set up the piece with the vet, and the vet, has that, because there's obviously that scene where vet goes in before she gets murdered and she's like, oh yeah, I think they've recognized who I am. They all know. So there's that subplot that weren't quite sure about. And I guess you kind of just presume that subplot is in all of the endings. But I think it plays out better with the Miss Scarlet ending than the others. So, I think I would go with that one. Randomly, there's a fourth one, which I found out from the documentary in the book. And the fourth one is so convoluted. It is unbelievable.
What is it?
Yeah. Oh, my Lord. It was absolutely crazy. It's still Wadsworth. And so it's him, but he kind of gets away, and then they had to chase him, and then he steals a police car, and then there's dogs in the police car, and so he then gets sort of mauled by the dogs, and he gets caught. It just sounded bonkers. I was like, this is awful. Like, I'm glad they didn't add that into the film, because it doesn't work
to the dogs at the start, because they, again, he seems terrified of them, but it never really comes out. I would say, when I was sort of thinking about all of the different weapons, there seems a lot of overlap in having a lead piping, a spanner, and a candlestick. It's all basically just like hitting someone over the head.
Talk to the games companies. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't think it through enough. I was like, what's the easiest thing to make out of plastic? Round tube. Brilliant. We've got that covered twice.
There did used to be poison, which it kind of makes a bit more sense than having
the old school Cluedo.
Yeah,
there you
maybe
go.
Someone
I wonder if they've changed it now, and they've new ones,
candlestick.
like new weapons.
Just get rid of the spanner, because you do not need the spanner.
Why would you also go for a spanner and not a hammer? Like, surely you would just...
well, I guess like an American wrench is maybe a bit more meaty than what we would call like a spanner.
Yeah, I guess. Like one where you can adjust how big they are.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. I love those. Like, again, by halfway through, just how callous they get with all the bodies when someone else is murdered.
It's
They're just like
good,
dropping the bodies. They're not even bothering looking after them.
Oh yeah.
And again, the tone. I do think it, because I think we've covered quite a lot of films where you like the tone is a bit all over the place and it changes drastically. But I do just think that like the blending of this from one tone to another is just really well done. Like when you're watching it, because it kind of just builds up, and then it's quite serious, but then they do one gag, and then maybe they do a couple of gags, and then like they're worried that someone's been murdered, but then by the time the third person gets murdered, they're not worried. And it just I do just think it somehow they get the pacing, or they get the sort of blending of of going forward. Just managed to nail it.
I think you're right. Yeah, because it seems weird. Because when you think at the start, you think how, and we obviously know what the ending is. You're right. Like if you just did the start and the ending, you'd be like, how does this even become possible? And I'm not really sure how it is possible. But yeah, you're right. They do slowly build, and it just gets to the point, and you're like, yeah, we've got to the end of the film, and it seems like this seems like the pace we should be at.
Yeah,
it is funny that is, isn't it? You're right, where they're moving the bodies around, and then I must say I'd forgotten how good the scene is when the cop goes in and he sees the two rooms where all the dead bodies are, and they're like moving the dead body around. Like, is it Mrs. White who's like basically having to kiss the dead body and move his hand through her hair? I was like, oh, she's definitely got the rough end of that one.
That's not the job you want.
Yeah, that was funny, that scene. I must admit, it was good. But yeah, I think I still thought it was good. I do, like we said, I think it builds quite nicely, but I think definitely could have started building quicker, and you could, I don't know, maybe you add in another cheeky murder or something as well. But I mean, you think about, it's quite clever the way that they've done it as well. That it's all in one house. It's a small, I mean, from the outside it's a massive house, but when you're inside, they don't really cover out much other than about 6 rooms, do they? Even though the house clearly has about 60.
Same amount of rooms on the board, right? So
well, there you go. Yes, yeah. So that's what's true to the game. But yeah, I mean, they've not got a lot to play with, right? When you think about it, and there's 6 murders, so it's quite impressive, to be honest, that you get through 6 murders in such a small house. But yeah, no, I thought it was still good, and it still held up. I thought it was funny. Each character brings their own little piece to it, which was good. Like in the documentary, they talked about Carrie Fisher was originally cast to be Miss Scarlet.
Oh, okay.
And then yeah, randomly they said, so the guy who wrote the script, he said, yeah, so she phoned him up 3 days beforehand and was like, oh, want to let you know I'm in rehab. And he was like, oh, okay. And he was like, are you still going to be able to do the film? And he was like, yeah. They'll let me out during the day. It should be fine. And then everyone agreed right up the top, the head of production, all that. Anyway, then they went to the insurance, and the insurance went, no way. So,
Wait,
it's
where you go when you're addicted to something and you need to not be addicted to it anymore.
They help you recover.
We might need to take
rehabilitation.
A sugar rehab or something.
Yeah, exactly. So they would help you get off your addiction of sugar so that you don't eat so much.
Okay, good. Well, then we don't need to take you to rehab, sugar rehab.
Yeah. But yeah, mad, right? So then obviously they had to replace her within 3 days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, this person that replaces her, she is quite famous at the time. I didn't really know her, and I don't think I've seen her in anything else. But when you look back on certain things, it looked like she was reasonably famous. So
yeah.
Did well to get her in.
You recognise her from...
Yeah. Honestly, in the documentary, she looked, I don't know, like she must be like 70 or something. She did incredible. I was like, she's obviously done well for herself now. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I remember some things that she's been in, but she did say, she says in the documentary, she says, oh, well, there was someone that was supposed to be Miss Scarlet. Oh, that's right. It was Carrie Fisher. She's like, oh, God bless her soul. She's like, but, I mean, I was obviously much better suited to Miss Scarlet than her. And I was like, oh, wow. Get that right out there. So
that's bold, isn't it? Being like,
yeah. I was trying to think, would that be accurate? I guess maybe Carrie Fisher would have been better as Mrs. White. I don't know. It's hard to say, isn't it, when they've not done it?
Yeah, I'm always surprised because Mrs. White usually is a cook in the game, like
okay. Chef White, Professor Plum, Mayor Green, and Mrs. Scarlet, and Solicitor Peacock.
Yeah, but that's only in the newfangled one. So it used to be that Mrs. White was... You couldn't tell, it was just a picture of her on the card. She was a cook.
Gotcha.
So then to have a cook separate, I always think, oh no, isn't the cook Mrs. White? But yeah, no, it's not. So the cook doesn't have a lot of lines, I would say.
The cook doesn't get that many lines, no. Struggles a little bit with lines. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shall we get on to the scores then?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Poppy, are you going to give some feedback on your dad's scores?
Yep.
Yeah. Poppy again, because she likes this, and she's gone quite high. So I put for first watch, I've put 35. Because I think you watch it and you're just like, what on
what's
earth
happened?
Is that? And I think, especially if you did watch it the first time without all of the endings.
Oh, I think it would have been so much weaker, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You'd just be like, what? Sorry, what is this?
Yeah.
So I've gone with 35. But for the rewatch, I've put it up to 68. Because I do think it is like,
is a real rewatch,
cult films that you have, and I do think it is really rewatchable. Like as I say, we watched it maybe a year ago when we watched it for the first time, and still like rewatching it, it's still funny. There were still bits that I was sort of chortling along to. I do think the script is very strong as well. Some of the jokes are quite funny, and there's a lot of good lines and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
No, I think it is still
Yeah,
rewatchable.
I think you're right. You can come back and keep rewatching it, couldn't you? And there's little, even like I was thinking, like seeing the documentary. Well, at the end of the film, obviously they talk about and who wasn't here at this scene, and then I was like, oh god. So then I went back to look at them, and you're like, clever. Like there's one scene when Yvette's there, and it's not like a wide lens scene where you can see everyone. It's close in, so you see two people, then you see two people, then you see two of the same people, and then what? So you don't notice that, for example, that Mrs. Peacock isn't there.
Yeah.
So it's very clever the way that they've done that, because like if you then go back, you're like, funny.
Yeah,
so,
we did that, didn't we? We rewound it to see whether Mrs. Peacock was in the kitchen when they discovered the cook, and she wasn't.
Yeah.
What did you have
clever.
for your scores for first watch and rewatchability?
So for first watch, I put 90.
90%.
Nice.
First watch for Poppy.
Yeah.
For rewatchability, I put 70%.
Yeah, because you already know who's done it.
Okay.
And it's just
Comes
not
down
as
a bit.
interesting second time.
Wow, 90% on first watch.
I liked it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good score.
Big. That's a great. That's a great. This should be an advert for younger kids watching older films.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, even when you think it's old, still good.
Yeah, still good.
Romance.
Then.
I put 8 because it's all very.
Yeah, it's not really any romance, is there?
It's not. It's all just men being 80s men, which isn't a great look.
No, I don't even know. Like, God, I mean, there's no romance, is there at all? Because there's not actually any. There's not even supposed to be any. Right? No one's supposed to be connected with anyone or anything. It's just oh my God, how are my secrets going to get out? And all this.
I mean,
stuff.
there's a few sort of hand on butts and looking at cleavage and.
Yeah, there's some non-good bits, I would say. Yeah, true. But definitely there's no romance. Yeah.
No. So
what action then? It's gonna be interesting to see how you call this one.
4 for romance.
You put 4 for romance.
You put 4.
Okay.
Yes, that feels fair. Yeah, it is.
Action. Yeah, I put 53 just because.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, like it's not action, is it? But you know, there's deaths and there's a few stunts and stuff that are quite
running
good
around.
And, exactly. Yeah. So I went for that. What did you put?
What about you, Poppy?
I put 93.
93 for action. Okay, well that's
93. Lovely.
Quite
we can
high.
always rely on you, Poppy. That is a good score.
Right up there with Total Recall. And then soundtrack I put 67 actually. I think the score does a lot of the heavy lifting. I think because it
does that to it.
Yeah. I think exactly. Yeah. I think like that without that I think it again I think the score and some of the music actually helps you realize what type of film it is. Whereas without it I think it would really struggle.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, it'd be interesting to see watching it with like a serious or like a horrorish type score to see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it would come across differently. You know, like it would be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
And then
what did you have?
Best line? Oh, yeah. What did you have, Poppy?
65 because it doesn't have any songs or anything, but I do think the music matches like what's happening.
Yeah. Good. Okay, well, we were in agreement for that one.
Nice,
do you have any lines that you liked?
Yeah. So my lines were, "Why is the car stopped? It's frightened." And then lines
that was a good one.
Describing the podcast.
Yeah.
I put I've got one for Kevin and one for Daddy.
Okay.
So the one for Daddy is, "I'm the butler, I buttle." And the one for Kevin is everything fine. Yep, 2 corpses in the study, everything's fine.
Very true. It's an average day for me.
That's Kevin.
Yeah.
I do. Funnily enough, they're quite down on the UN, aren't they? They make a couple of bits on the UN. But I like the "You were once a professor of psychiatry specializing in helping paranoid and homicidal lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur." Yes, but now I work for the UN. Oh, so your work hasn't changed that much. Okay, a bit of a dig. I did like the he threatened to kill me in public. Why would he want to kill you in public? Which obviously is just a great line. Reminds me of the great line of I haven't laughed since my wife died. Why did you laugh when your wife died? Which I do think is a good line.
What's that?
Yeah.
No, it's from a silly detective movie. And then for lines for the pod, are you trying to make me look stupid? You don't need my help for that. Could be one.
It's always a good one.
And I'll go first. I've had a good life, and I wondered whether that was season one before season 2. And also another one. To make a long story short, too late.
Yeah, that was great. I love that line, and and they use that line in a couple of the endings, don't they? I think, and it's like brilliant. Yeah. Well delivered and well executed.
Yeah,
nice. Okay. Wow, I think this is going to be a bizarre mashup. I'm not really sure how this is going to work.
It's made something. No, I'm going to read it. So the title they've gone with kind of gives it away, but it's Clue: Stupid Love. When dating coach Jacob Palmer is summoned to the remote Body Manor for what he believes is an exclusive bachelor seminar, he's instead locked inside with 5 emotionally damaged strangers, each handed a weapon and a colour-coded pseudonym by a butler who insists the evening's theme is radical romantic honesty. Within 20 minutes, the host is dead in the study, the lights have flickered twice, and recently divorced Cal has accidentally confessed his lingering feelings for his wife Emily to Mrs. Peacock, who responds by stabbing a candlestick into the wall and demanding he commit or perish. As the body count rises, Jacob attempts to coach the suspects through their interpersonal baggage between accusations, while Emily arrives at the manor gates in the rain, convinced Cal is having an affair rather than, as is actually the case, hiding from a murderer in the conservatory with a librarian named Miss Scarlet who keeps quoting his own pickup lines back at him.
Wow.
There's more of it, but it
Crazy.
goes on in the same vein. So.
Yes, I think they've not really nailed that, have they? They've had a sugar rush that day, and they've gone, you know what? Just going to take both scripts and just merge them together, and I'm not sure that works.
Just feeling a bit lazy and doing the easy ones. Yeah. So Crazy Stupid Love, obviously one of your favorite films of my.
It was number 9 for me. Out of your 100.
Oh, was it?
Wow. It's obviously 74 for you. So, very high up for me. And on my total list would have been high up as well.
Yeah.
But yes, so I gave first watch impact. I went for 87. I thought, I remember when I first watched this film thinking, this is absolutely amazing. It was just it felt like something different at the time as well, I think, which was good. Rewatch, I've gone for 75. So I think I could still watch this film today and I still would enjoy it. And I love both halves of the films. It's 2 very different halves and I think both halves are very good.
Yeah.
There's so many like fun bits in it. I mean, there is some bits you'd probably just remove now.
Yeah.
But level of romance, I went to 82 because I mean there's romance everywhere. Everyone's got romance. Some of it questionable. Shouldn't be in there, but
I just don't know how higher we could go than this. So is 82 the most you'd ever give to a romance score? I mean,
is this my highest romance
this
score?
Hold
on. The Artist I did 91.
Oh.
Bizarrely, I gave Once 86 as well. God, that's a bit strange. Maybe they should go higher.
Maybe a little bit higher. Surely this is the romance equivalent.
I'll give it 90. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
I think The Artist still needs to have the highest romance because of the intensity of the romance required is insane in that film. Action 55. So there's still a bit of there's some punches, there's some fights, there's some stuff that goes on, and soundtrack 74. Very solid, top trump, to be honest. It is. Like I said, it would be in my top 10, so very good. And then obviously.
In retrospect, I have to bump up my action score to 57 just so that there's
so you've got a chance of winning.
There's just at least one.
Okay. we'll give you well, you might win best line. But I mean, to be honest, you won't, because obviously the line has to be better than the gap.
Be better than the gap.
It has to be. What a line. So yeah, there we go. So do you guys want to roll?
Yeah. Poppy's got the.
Are you gonna roll?
She's just lifting her head off of the bar with licorice posed in her mouth. Okay, roll it. Okay, I think you've shaken it enough. Give it a roll. Romance. Ah, well.
There we go. Very one-sided.
Romance
that one
is fine. That's I mean, just in the wheelhouse, isn't it, for Crazy Stupid Love?
Yeah.
So it's an easy win.
Can't argue with that, really.
No.
Yeah. Two very different films, So romance was always going to be the winner there for Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah.
Oh, well, What would you guys have the main characters doing now then?
Either they'd just be posing and they'd be getting sculpted for Cluedo.
Very interesting.
I mean, I had that Tim Curry would still be buttling.
He would have somehow in prison, or just like sneaked, got away.
Well, it depends which ending. Which ending you go for.
That's true. It does depend which ending. That's very true.
I did read something where they said, is who in the last one, who is it who's the FBI agent? Is it Green?
It's Green, yeah.
Yeah. And they said they wrote a letter to the director to ask if he's an FBI agent in all three endings. And the director just replied, maybe. And you're just like, yeah. Like, what are you doing? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Go and watch them. Give me some money.
Yeah. What did you have?
Well, I had Wadsworth escapes, or he serves his sentence, and depending on whether he like you said, survives or not, he's a CEO of a escape room business, so he's got his own escape room business. And everyone else, they all meet up for a reunion yearly, just in a castle, just to see if they can still survive.
And they use Out to share the photos from there.
Exactly, to make sure you can see who the murderer is.
Who is the murderer? Because if the wrong person gets murdered, then then they can't share their photos, and their photos would be, the police would have them, and so it would be a shame.
Yes.
Do you think because the last ending is last, that you take that as the definitive ending? Because you just said that you prefer the Miss Scarlet one, but you're clearly thinking that it's actually the last one that's last.
It's because it says it's got the first ending, then it says, or maybe it was, then it's something, then it says, but here's what really happened.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it does say that.
But I always
so technically, I guess
just say the second one's what actually happened.
I just blinked during that, so
I
I
don't
don't see it.
Yeah.
I mean the last one.
The last one, the last one.
Because I like Wadsworth.
Yeah, I don't think he would be the murderer. He seems like a nice guy.
No, and then so everyone's still, isn't it? In the last one, everyone's a murderer, and he gets murdered.
Yeah.
Wait.
Which feels a bit of a cop out, to be honest.
Yeah, he gets killed
don't
at
you?
the end of the last one, doesn't he?
Does he?
Yeah.
He just gets shot. He doesn't die.
How do you know? He gets shot. I think he's
in the film.
Yeah, might true, might not, but in the 50s, probably did.
Yeah. So one thing that we would change, Poppy's got a corker for this one.
Oh yeah, go on, Poppy.
First thing I would make an ending where the Green is somebody bad, because he's either nothing or he's a good guy, and it's like, why can't he be a murderer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I would do Joyce Van Patten, who's in the Grown-Ups, as Mrs. Peacock, and I do The Rock as Mr. Body.
Wow.
The Rock as Mr. Body would be funny, because obviously there'd be a double joke on him being Mr. Body.
What?
Because he's got a very big body, isn't he? He's got
He would be very challenging to move him around. That would be hard. I don't even think 6 people would have been enough.
He would be heavier.
They just get somebody who looks like him to carry around.
So then you would have to replace someone with.
You'd need like Terry Crews or someone.
Yeah, you need Arnie in there.
He could be Professor Plum. Yes, The Rock would be a big guy to be moving around. That's for sure.
No, that's true.
Once he was dead. But yeah, that would be good. I like that. I think you would need a different Mr. Body would be good, wouldn't it? It would be like nicer to have someone that was a bit more behind them.
It's funny, isn't it? Because people some people might be like, you don't really need to be an actor, or it's a super small part and it doesn't really matter. But it is so jarring every time I watch it, where you're like, this person just can't. Is just not an actor at all. So why is this person on the set? Whose nephew is this person?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 3-star reviews. I'll be interested to see what we think on this. Are there any good ones?
Yeah, there's a few of them, which are quite interesting. One of them said this movie has 4 different endings, so I'm not really sure.
Well, no, it definitely only has 3, unless you have the book, and the book's got the 4th one.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they were thinking. Someone else said it did have a few moments, but in general, I'd say even at the rock bottom Amazon price, it wasn't really worth buying. I should have checked the library first. And then the review kept going, and I couldn't tell whether they were aware that they had made a Cluedo gag or not. It's the most subtle Cluedo gag of all time, if they actually meant it. And arguably one of the funniest gags that we've ever seen in a 3-star review. But the review does just continue on, and I'm not sure whether they've quite thought about it. So maybe we give them the benefit of the doubt, and they've done that. So
fair enough.
Yeah. Someone just said, keep in mind this is an 80s PG, which I think is fair.
Yes.
And then someone said, let's face it, this is a film you will either enjoy or it will irritate the whatsits out of you.
I agree with that. It's like Marmite, love it or hate it.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Because I think that would be my only thing to change, I think, would be to start the silliness maybe a bit quicker and like go full silly.
Get the murders starting earlier, right? Like you don't need to have the dinner. You could just go, everyone's here, and then Mr. Body could turn up, couldn't he?
Yeah.
And it could happen straight away.
So, well, Kev, 74 on the list.
Indeed.
Sounds like you still enjoyed it. We all still enjoyed the experience.
Yeah.
Where's it going? Is it shuffling up, falling down?
It is going up slightly to number 70. So giving it an Andy round number.
Prestigious.
So, yes. So still enjoyed it. I could just imagine that I could rewatch this again now, easily, and I'd probably still see something that I missed watching it the other day. So it's just a really easy, fun movie. Like I just think it's just great. So 70.
So
what about you?
I think it's good that sort of from these sort of silly sort of cult movies from the 80s. Not many of them still stand up, and so that was. I remember thinking when we watched it for the first time, when you watched it for the first time, Poppy, I was like, "Oh, good! It's good that's actually stood to almost the test of time, and it kind of still works out because quite a lot of them don't."
Yeah,
but
I mean, I think that's the thing. Like you said, there's a couple of scenes that are just still like the old school.
Carry on.
Not great, but they don't. It's not dwelled on, right? It moves on. The scene just passes by. Like you notice it go, oh, and then it's gone. You're like, okay, back to the film. There's not much of that, which is good. So I'm going to be interested to see if this is, because technically, I guess this is a good bad film. So I don't know. Is it just? So you're going good bad, because it could always be good film, right? Like it's a tough one, but I'm glad that I think I'm happy with Good Bad. It gives it that cult sort of status, doesn't it? Good Bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I think because it's purposefully a good bad movie. It is a good bad movie knowingly. So I've put it at the second place in the good bad. So just underneath Roadhouse. So the Roadhouse can stay at the top of the good bad section.
Yes. Are you gonna like potentially mix it all up, weren't you? Like so that good bad could still be above good as well. Like is that,
I think because as you say, unlike other ones, I can imagine that we will watch this again. And obviously, as we've talked about before, like that's part of the well, how do you decide, your list, and how much is rewatchability part of it? And I look at everything now beneath it, and I don't think I would watch any of them again. But yeah, no, I'd watch this one again. I mean, I can't, I don't think I'm ever going to watch Zootropolis or Ant-Man and Wasp again. So should it be above those really? But
yeah, you need to watch Zootopia too. You got to get that on.
I watched it.
Great film, right, Poppy?
Yeah, I liked it. I like Gary the Snake. Daddy doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Daddy doesn't like Zootropolis, he watched it. But he doesn't.
Oh, I thought you hadn't seen it. When did you see it?
No,
I watched it on Friday.
I watched it this week. I was...
And you didn't like it?
Is that what you said?
Oh.
I mean, it just repeats
I know.
a lot of the same beats as the first one. And
There's a whole secret village of like people and animals.
You're really invested in the entire concept of Zootropolis, which is great.
Yeah.
I just thought that the bit where they're holding their breath down the tubes, it's just completely unrealistic. Yeah. They wouldn't be able to hold them.
True. Yeah, it was too long.
They said, don't go down the red slide, you will run out of breath. And then they are chasing the snake down the red water slide. But they go for ages, and they wouldn't be able to hold their breath that long. I timed it. No, I thought because you didn't get the beginning bit with Nick where he's doing sort of the scams and stuff, which I do think is one of the best bits of the first one. Like when
I guess
when they've got the baby to do the first arrest.
Yeah.
Like that's
they need to do that longer, you think?
Yeah, that's funny, but they don't do another one of those, then it sort of separates out a bit. So
that's true, right? Yeah, because his sidekick's not in it, is he again?
Yeah,
I don't think after that.
So
it was good.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I mean, we'll
enough.
see whether you're going to sneak it into the list later on.
Yeah. Well, and then speaking of next, we move back to the sacred year that is 1989.
Just when you
the
thought
year
you'd
of all
get away
years.
with it.
Yes, and if you thought exactly when you think you've not had enough of 1989, well, then you're going to get 140 minutes of 1989 as well, right in there. So something to enjoy. Weirdly, audience score 67, critics score 89. I remember watching this, not thinking it was really good, so I don't know why people didn't like it. Maybe because it's too long, it's 140 minutes. 1 explosion, 5 deaths, as we know. AI 100% accurate, so that should be fine. So here we go. Here's the description. So it's a thriller, drama, sci-fi. That's the genres covering all bases there.
Thriller, drama, sci-fi. They've included everything.
I know, yeah. And I'm like, well, I think it's more thriller, sci-fi. I would say. A diving team searching for a lost sub finds something far more ancient and powerful at the bottom of the ocean. So that probably sums up about
Jaws.
500 films. So it could be anything really. So
no, not Jaws. Good
could
guess.
be though.
Good guess,
I mean, it's not, but yeah,
Bubble
it's not
Guppies.
a very easy description.
Very funny.
SpongeBob.
No.
Oh,
I mean, it's Kevin's list, so maybe.
Yeah, definitely could be on there.
I'm not coming one for SpongeBob SquarePants because I don't like SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh well, you don't know which one I've chosen yet. You have to see.
which of the 5? Wow. Okay. Well,
big one.
Interesting. Change of pace again.
Very big change of pace. Yes. With 140 minutes behind it.
Yeah, for the first time, a crossover with my 50 films selected to watch for this year. So never happened before. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. Well, thanks, Poppy, for raising yourself from the sugar coma to come down to the bar. I think we're going to get you. We're going to get you to bed, basically.
Have some lunch and we do a hamburger and go to bed.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to have some lunch,
and then straight to bed.
Go to bed, and then that will be it. Or are we going to do a different ending? And we're going to
we're going to eat more sugar
for ice cream, and we're gonna
and we're going to double down on the sugar high. I like that idea.
We have lunch, we watch a film, we have brownies, then I go to bed.
Yeah,
it always has to end in me going to bed.
Yeah, I mean most days.
All films end in you going to bed. Okay.
Okay. Well, there we go. We just did two endings rather than 3 or 4, as that person on 3-star reviews did. So thanks for coming down, Poppy. Thanks to Tom Miller for the theme song as ever. Thanks, Kev, for putting on a classic in between the more serious sci-fi ones.
The craziness.
And we'll see you next week.